Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. Well, this replay has started without a countdown, and you're looking at an Object 777 version 2, which is a Tier 9 Soviet premium heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of, this is Pearl River Encounter, and it's under the command of Targy of 3RTR. Now, he sent this replay in for us to have a look at, because he normally plays Arty, but on this occasion, yep, he's playing a heavy tank. Now, this tank in particular was built in 1953 at the Kirov plant, and it was, they made a prototype dummy vehicle, and they used the cast hull and an extremely streamlined turret. The idea was to actually make it very difficult to damage indeed. And they redesigned the T10 series. Now, the origins of it came from the Object 770 and the T10M. He's actually just spotting the cat at the moment. It was considered for a gas turbine engine, but it didn't actually get one. And also an autoloader at that. Oh, he's been spotted. Somebody saw him. And in fact, there we go, it's the Object 430. It's a Tier 10 game with Tier 9 tanks in it. And yeah, that Object 430 is looking to get shots into anybody who tries to come up to that corner. I think we do have to take that corner away from the enemy, because if we allow that Object 430 to sit there, it could be very difficult. Oh, and he's coming. Oh, well, that one didn't do any good at all. Now, it's a 122mm main gun, 440 alpha, and the standard reload for this tank is 13.33 seconds. Oh, he went for the ram instead, but he's still got a lot of hit points to take off this guy before he's out the game. And the 430 is supposed to be one of the better tanks, but you notice how I said at the start that this tank was designed to try and block shots and reduce damage. And so far, every shot that's fired at him has actually failed to penetrate at all. But he's actually got 2 pens on the enemy. But finally, he actually takes a round from a Rhinocerente and an Object 430. Well, the same one he's trying to kill. But now he's killed it, and that guy's out the game. So, pretty amazing, actually. He's only lost about 700 hit points. Well, only. Well, it's actually slightly more than 700. But it is an interesting tank. Now, he fires one back at the Rhinocerente to say, Yabu sucks. You know, if you can shoot me, I can shoot you. And now we're looking at EBR as well over there. That long reload with the 122mm gun's a bit of a problem. But it's fairly accurate, this gun. He just got 495. Remember, it's 440 alpha, so that's a high roll. This is one of the reward tanks that you can actually get for bonds. It's actually a very good tank, actually. I've got one of these on one of my accounts. And yeah, take it out occasionally, because it is one of those tanks that's very easy to just brush off any damage that the enemy might throw at you. Now, I must admit, I wasn't expecting Targy to go driving full in. And that Rhinocerente, oh, he's gone down to a one-shot, but our T-54E1 got wiped out. We're doing very well in this game so far. We're 7 up on the enemy, and he's actually trying to get a shot on that Rhinocerente. He could go now. Oh, he didn't get an accurate one, this one. But if he pops around the corner, yeah, he's gone. Our guy's got him from the other side. Okay, well, we might as well try and deal with some of the other enemy tanks. There's only 4 enemy tanks out there at the moment, actually. There's one of them, and that's a Death Star. Might as well pump around into the side of him. And in fact, we get the kill. Nice. That's 2 kills now for Targy. And he's making his way over the top, the risky area, because you can get shot at if you get spotted. And he's found the Progetto 65 and the Waffenträger. And he pumps around into the Waffenträger, but gets a low roll. Oh, but the Waffenträger's coming down. That's a silly thing to do. Now he could actually go in there. He's blocked the shot from the 65. And now he can push on the enemy. He's waiting for the Progetto to fire. But that guy's gone. Now he can go after the Waffenträger, who is ready for him. And unfortunately, that round does pen. But Waffenträgers are very vulnerable to ramming. And of course, well, he doesn't actually have to ram him at all. But there's the DBV going, and that means that is the end of the game. And he survived with a lot of damage. And damage blocked. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for targy of 3 RTR in the Object Treble 7 version 2. It's not the first time he's taken it out. He actually has had a second class tanker in this one before, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's got higher masteries on this tank as well. He managed to get a shell proof for blocking more damage exceeding the hit points of his own vehicle, and he also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. Didn't get any other medal, but he did get a win rate of 3,453, which is super unicum. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, despite the fact that he didn't get the highest damage in the game, we actually went to a DBV 152 on the enemy team. In fact, that was the last tank on the enemy team that was wiped out. He got 3,690 hit points of damage. Second highest was the T-54E1. We saw that guy in a duel with the Rhino Sorrente. Unfortunately, T-54E1 died, but not before he made the Rhino Sorrente very vulnerable and a one-shot. And in third place, well, that happens to be targy. 3,079 hit points to him. And that's from only engaging a few tanks. He didn't actually engage a huge lot of them. Let's have a look at the number of kills. Well, the highest number of kills was 2. And targy got that. So did the Charmarat, the EBR 105 and the Object 430 on his team, and only one tank on the enemy team, that DBV 152, the one that died right at the end. Yep, he's got 2 kills, but only 4 other members of his own team actually managed to get kills at all, and they only got 1 tank each. So I'm afraid, yes, the other team was kind of overmatched on skill. When it came to base XP, we can see targy got the top. Yes, he's got to the top. He was tier 9 in tier 10 game, and he was bettering tier 10 opponents. 1,034 base experience points went to targy. 1,003 went to the Charmurat, who was also, lower tier, and they were the only ones who managed to get over 1,000 base. The third place went to the T-54E1, who managed 939. Targy fired only 12 shots in the game. 9 direct hits on the enemy, 7 of those were penetrations, 3,079 hit points of damage, of which 1,263 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see about 1,800 hit points of damage done at close range. And that duel that he actually had with the Object 430, you would have thought, because they were both tier 9s, and yet it was targy that came off better. Yes, he's in a heavy tank, but targy did come off better because the 430 was having a lot of difficulty trying to get penetrations. And as I said, this armor, this tank was designed to brush off the damage that the enemy would do at it. And so it's a very bouncy tank, as they would say, because it just doesn't allow enemy shots to actually go through. 10 hits received from the enemy, only 3 of which actually penetrated, 7 non-penetrations, and 2,460 hit points of damage blocked by armor. So you could say that that's a lot of damage blocked in that game. 4 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and he got 170 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he actually made 23,408 credits from that one, and he also made 6,282 experience points out of his as well, including getting a reward for completing a mission out of it of 3,102. So it's a good game, a good tank, and the targy did well in that one, especially the fact that he did come out on top of the table when it came to damage. And of course, was it not damage? No, it seemed second on the table on damage, top when it came to kills, and top when it came to base XP. So yeah, it's a good tank, and he enjoyed himself. So that's the point of the game. So if you enjoyed it, please give this a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And if you want an Object Treble 7 version 2, then all you have to do is get the bonds together, go to the bond shop and buy one, because they are freely available. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.